Like the way you walk when you walk over there. Boom. Woo. All right. Must be a triple F, a friendly football Friday. And welcome to the show, everybody. My name is Ron Raymond, a 5-time sports handicapping champion based out of Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. Hope you're having yourself a good start to your morning. Having a good day right now. It's 17 degrees here in the nation's capital. Hopefully it's nice and sunny where you're at. Hopefully you had a nice evening. We had some great college football last night. And again, welcome to the Raymond Show. Again, this is the Raymond Report Sports Betting Podcast. You can tune in each and every day right here on our YouTube channel, or you can follow us on your favorite podcast platform. And you can get that on Apple, Spotify, wherever you download your favorite podcast. Always remember, if you do come here for the very first time, hit that like button if you do enjoy the show, and don't forget to subscribe, because every time we go live you'll get a notification. As long as you put in your notification, then you will get notified that the Raymond Report Sports Betting Podcast and the Bullpen members are now live here for a triple F. I was thinking this morning, you know, like in WWE you got Triple H, and I said, you know what, this is like a triple F here today. You got a football friendly Friday, and it's going to be a great day. We're off to a good start. We're off to a good start on the Thursday night games. In fact, if you followed the show yesterday and the day before, I gave out a 17 parlay. Not 17, 7. That's 07, like 007. And I gave out a 17 parlay, and the first two picks of that parlay won last night. We had to sweat it out a bit there at Penn State and Pittsburgh, but the remainder of the selections are listed in the Discord, and that's one of the I guess one of the hooks I'm trying to get you guys to sign up to the Discord. Is if you want to get access to the remaining 5 picks, all you got to do is go to the website at our YouTube channel, and you're going to see in the top right hand corner there's a little icon, the Discord icon, or if somebody can just post that Discord, I'll post it into the chat and to the comment section. And this way, if you're watching on the replay, just go to the comments. I'll post a link of the Discord, and you can follow along and see all the other ramblers and gamblers each and every day right here at the Bullpen. That's what we call our chat box and all the members here. Speaking of members, you can also, if you want to support the site, support the channel, and you like what you hear here, and whatever, hey, what's that old saying? Whatever goes on here stays here. And yeah, so if you do like the show, just make sure you tune in and you subscribe. And if you want to support the channel, just hit that join button. It's $4.99, and it's pretty good. It's a pretty good deal for a show that's on 5 days a week, and we're on for about an hour, right? So I want to wish everybody a good triple F, a football friendly Friday. I think that's my next new t-shirt idea, right? Triple F. I know the WWE's got Triple H, but we got triple F here in the Bullpen. Speaking of the Bullpen, I see my good friend from Chicago.
Put that coffee down.
Yeah, coffee's for closers, and Gloria K is the closer, and she's first one in here this morning. She says, good morning, Bullpen, rise and shine, and we're going to rise and grind for sure, and we're going to grind out some winners here today on a football-friendly Friday. All right, who else in the house? It's Jermaine's World, Jermaine Brown. Morning, my daughter was born last night, and I need some winners. Hey, congratulations, and you know what? You will get a, where's my soundbite for that? Yeah. Congratulations, Dad, and I'm sure that's That's a wonderful word that you're going to be hearing a lot now. So congratulations. It's a Maine's world. And yeah, all the best. Hey, talk about a great way to start a morning. Yeah, we got a brand new father and mother in the house, hey, in the bullpen. So good job to the It's a Maine's world. Hey, so happy about that. Brent Vianney's in the house. Good morning, Brent. The corner, hey, you know it's a good show when there's a guy from Saskatchewan's in the house, right? There's Chad Suzuka. Good morning from the corner, eh? And that's why anybody who's or you know, anybody who watches that show, Corner Gas, that's where they're based out of. So that's why we affectionately call Chad the corner, the guy from Corner Gas. Gloria K, congratulations, it's a Maine's world. Thank you, Boston. I picked a tie. Let me see here. Thanks, Gloria. I had the winners yesterday. Journey is her name, and she came in at 7 pounds 14 ounces. All right, that's awesome. Who else is in the house here? All right, so anybody who logs in, roll call each and every morning. We do a roll call, just like when I was in the military. You know, we show up to the parade hall and we have a roll call to make sure everybody's out of bed, and then we do a little 45-minute parade. Anybody who's been in the military knows what parade's all about, right? So Friday morning parades were some of the toughest ones for some of the members of the Canadian Armed Forces there in Kingston. That was a lot of fun. All right, speaking of fun, you can always tune in to the Rain Report, because you know Rex Ryan's always talking about having fun here.
Can we have fun? You're damn right. I demand that we have fun.
Yeah, we will have fun, Rex, on a Triple F. And if you are interested in the Rain Report and you want to sign up, don't forget, sign up, hit the join button. Also, sign up to the Discord. And if you're interested in my book, Ron Raymond's Top 50 Sports Betting Secrets, you can get this book right here at atsstats.com, or just go to Amazon and you can order the book. And you know what a good time to maybe new or old, right? If you're a new bettor or an old bettor, it's always good to refresh some of the old tricks. And like I always say, you can always teach an old dog a new trick, and hopefully you guys will get the book. And the mission statement of the website of the show is to help and educate the novice bettors in how to avoid beginner's mistake. And if you look in the description, you're going to see a link on how to avoid those beginner mistakes. And I do have about, 7 or 8 of them. So you might want to check that out. And speaking of fundamentals, the Rain Report. And you know what? If you watched my show yesterday with Ross Benjamin, great episode with Ross. He gave out ODU tonight, and he also gave out Atlanta week 1. But go check out that show. We talked about some of the do's and don'ts in sports betting. And if you watch the videos I did yesterday, I did a video on Penn State against Purdue, and I also did a video on Pittsburgh and the backyard brawl, West Virginia. And I talked about in that podcast, I said I don't lay points, right? And yesterday was an exact perfect example why, if you lay points in spread sports, it's so easy to get hooked, right? If you had West Virginia, you're smiling like a butcher's dog this morning, and you're doing all right. If you had Pittsburgh at -7.5, yeah, that hook came into play last night, and that is why whenever I do the show, I give you guys the straight up factor of the percentage play of when the favorites are winning according to the point spread. And there's always a 20-25% difference in winning, right? And at the end of the day, what do we all want?
I want winners.
Yeah, we all want winners, and that's the name of the game. When you're in this racket, it's about winning, right? You can be, I say it all the time, and you know, my good friend Greg Dempson, you know, give him the pearls, baby. You could be a Nobel Peace Prize winner, but if you don't have winning picks, nobody cares. That's, at the end of the day, it's about winners.
I want winners.
Yeah, because it's losing really wears on you, right? And if you're losing at sports betting, I'm telling you, it's one of the toughest things emotionally and feelings wise to really shake, right? But when you're winning, man, everything is fantastic. But you got to be disciplined. Less is more, and those are some of my rules, right? So value, percentage play, performance cycles, player availability, and we use a very disciplined money management system. Now today you're going to hear me talk a lot on the show about A, B, and C type teams in the Rain Report. A type teams are teams with a 60% or higher win percentage. B-type teams, those are teams with a 50 to 59.9 win percentage. And the C-type teams, those are teams you want to avoid at all costs. Those are teams with a 49% or lower win percentage. And just like an old high school sweetheart, you know they're going to break your heart. Hey, Bo Jackson. Hey, I had to make a little comment the other day, took a little dig there at Bo Jackson. He was talking about, I think it was Seattle and Detroit, right? And he says, why do I bet Detroit? And then I gave him a little, C-type team, Bo. That's all you need to know right there, right? And think Bull got a little chuckle out of that. All right, so yeah, so try to avoid those C-type teams. And also in the performance cycles, I talk about bullish, neutral, and bearish cycles. Bullish cycles mean in Major League Baseball, NHL, or NBA, teams that are 7-0, 6-1, 5-2 in their last 7 games. Teams that are neutral, 3-4, 4-3, and teams that are bearish, those are teams that are 0-7, 1-6, and 2-5, and those what I call bearish teams. And the reason why I'm telling you this, because throughout the show you're going to hear me say a lot about A, B, and C type teams, and if that team is bullish, neutral, or bearish. All right, speaking of the 10 commandments, hey, it's good to have the sound bites back, right? Yesterday was a no sound bite Thursday because the software I use on Thursday, I can't really, I can bring in guests, and Monday to Wednesday and Friday with the Streamlabs software, I can't bring in guests, so I was kind of handicapped yesterday without my sound bites. So it's always good to have the sound bite back, but it depends who you ask. Some people, you know, I'll never forget that clown comment, right? The clown comment somebody made last year, turning into a circus show with all the sound bites. But hey, you know what? It's like a politician. You can't please everybody, right? All right, thou shalt not what in the golden rules of sports betting. Oh, I wanted to get my soundbite of Denny the goalie. Never do that, right? Avoid or don't bet on big money on C-type teams in the Raymond report. I never lay points. A good example last night, Pittsburgh. I will bet the money line, or I'll take the points, or I'll take the total. I never bet on double headers in baseball. Just one of those rules that I just don't do. Never. Never force a pick because you need action on the game. Yeah, that's a golden rule right there. Never chase losing bets on a bad day. Bet with your wallet, not your heart. Beer pizza money if you're going to bet on C-type crime. Never bet against an A-type team who's bullish at home. Yeah, that's never. And the 24-hour rule. Take a day off if you had a big win, right? Sometimes in sports, and not just in football, hockey, whatever you're coaching or you're playing, you know, you get that great feeling. You just won, and the next day you turn around and you either lost or you give it all back to the books. Enjoy the big wins, right? If you made a big killing on a ticket, take the next day off, enjoy the win. Hey, enjoy the day. And speaking of bearish, don't bet on teams who are in a bearish cycle, and I talked about that early in the show right here. Teams that are 0-7, 1-6, 2-5 in their last 7 games. And in the football sports, bullish means teams that are 3-0. Neutral is 1-2 or 2-1. And then bearish is 0-3. And since we are in football, sometimes I neglect to talk about the bullish, neutral, and bearish records of those spread sports, right? All right, who else we got here? We have Boss Hogs in the house with the General Lee. Plays in parlay, 1-0. It was close. Ron, do you like the Ottawa Red Blacks today? You know what? I'm going to talk about that game in just a few minutes. We do have some CFL action here today. I know we do have some CFL fans, especially the Corner Gas crew there in Ryderville. College football was lit yesterday, says Gloria K, or was on fire. Yeah, you know what? And this is what I mean by the emotion of sports betting, right? When you have an evening like last night where, you know, you had to sweat out a couple of those games, it just feels great knowing that you're on the right side, and you sleep like a baby when you go when the head hits the pillow, right? When the head hits the pillow, you sleep like a baby when you're winning those games. Yeah, your 6-year-old is your first blessing, says Gloria K. Happy Football Friday. Let's roll this weekend, says Mark Nation. Yeah, and Mark Nation just tuning in. I dubbed this the Triple F Day, just like in WWE you got Triple H. This is Triple F. Friendly Football Friday. That's a new word we just made up. We have a new t-shirt here, right? Triple F. All right, so those are some of the golden rules, and I always like to start the show with this because anytime you got somebody new tuning in and they're new to sports betting, and the one thing about this system, I'm not saying it's going to change your life or not, you know, nothing like that. But all I'm asking is that if you have an open mind, and if whatever you're doing, if it's not working, and if you have an open mind, you want to try something new, try the Raymond report. And if you are in sports betting and you're winning and you're doing well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Keep going, and maybe we'll support you, and we'll hook our trailer to your we'll hitch our trailer to your car, right? All right, so let's get on with the next thing on the segment, and that is we did the 10 commandments. The word of the day. Now, what is the word of the day? And I was thinking about that this morning, and I still haven't put my finger on the word of the day. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let the audience here come up with the word of the day. So sometimes, and this is the engagement part of the show, where I'm not just like the weather person sitting here telling you guys running off the scores or the picks. I always want you guys to be part of the show and more input to the show. So let me know what you guys think the word of the day should be here today on a football friendly Friday. And we also have baseball too, right? So we got some great baseball action, man. The New York Mets and the LA Dodgers, that series was if you're a New York Mets fan, you needed to win that series. And the reason why I said that, and I said it the other day when Jacob deGrom was pitching against, I believe it was Tyler Anderson. Was it Anderson? Yeah. And I said, for the Mets base fan, they got to win this game, because if you're sending your best pitcher at home and you get smoked by the Dodgers, man, it just doesn't go well for September, and then you start, the confidence level starts to dwindle, right? But I think if you're a New York Mets fan and now you beat the mighty Dodgers, right? Those mighty Dodgers. Now you say to yourself, and the base, and I love the Edwin Diaz the trumpet, Timmy Trumpet. I can just see now. I was saying this yesterday to my buddy. I said New York's going to come out with these T-shirts now, right? Time for the trumpet. I even told in the Discord yesterday, hey, let's get to the trumpet right now. And I think the trumpet's going to be starting a new trend right now. Hey, let's get that trending on Twitter. Hey, let's get to the trumpet, meaning let's get to Diaz in the ninth. But if you watch the New York Mets, hey, there's something about New York baseball, right? In the months of September, October, if the New York, Timmy Trumpet, let's go Timmy Trumpet. There's something in New York when the Mets or the Yankees are winning. It's just like everybody benefits from it, right? It's just, I don't know what it's like. I'll give you an analogy in hockey, and then I'll get on with the show. It's like the Leafs, right? You guys know my things with the Leafs. I'm not a big Leaf fan. I'm an Ottawa guy. Sens and Leaf, we don't mix too well. I don't mind the Habs. I love the Habs. I grew up watching the Habs, but it's the Leafs. But the good thing is with Toronto is, it's almost everybody in Canada is not a big Leaf fan, except for the people in Toronto. But the thing is, when Toronto is doing well, it's good for hockey, because they're the mecca here. They're all the media. So it's always good for hockey, right? And it's the same thing with the Mets and Yankees. When the Yankees are rolling, the Mets are rolling. Baseball is a lot of fun. Ron at Chat Morning. Yeah, good morning, Eric. How you doing there, buddy? Tongue-tied's in the house. And LOL from Chad. So I guess Chad kind of agrees with me. Ottawa fan, boy, struggling soundbite. Yeah. Struggling. Yeah, struggling with the show here this morning. All right, let's get on with the show. And today, the World Series of Handicapping Pro Football Contest, season number 11. Can you believe it? Season number 11 is now underway. 135 people have signed up so far, so thank you everybody for signing up. All you got to do is go to the World Series of Handicapping.com Pro Football Contest and sign up. Excuse me there. Yeah, so if you can just sign up at the website, worldseriesofhandicapping.com, and it's a contest that is free, and that's the best part of this contest. And all you got to do is make 7 selections each and every week, sides or totals, and you rank those selections 1 unit to 7 unit, and the player with the most amount of units at the end of the season will win this beautiful Baron Championship ring, courtesy of the World Series of Handicapping. And speaking of beauties, look at these beauties right here. Hey, we've given out 10 rings so far, and we're going to give out the 11th ring. And these guys are all proud wearing the ring, and I want to thank these guys for getting them to do the picture and showing them to me so we can show off the rings. And you know what, anytime that you win a contest like this, there's a sense of validation, sense of accomplishment. And these guys, congratulations to the past winners, and maybe you can be the winner number 11 right here at the World Series of Handicapping.com Pro Football Contest. All right, so let me see here what we have on deck. We got, you know what, we always pay respect to the horse racing industry to kick off the show. Get him in. They're off and running today at Gulfstream Park in Hallandale Beach, Florida. And today, race number 1 today at Gulfstream Park is a $12,500 maiden claiming race. 12:25 post time at Gulfstream, 7 furlongs on the dirt, and we're going to recommend 298 in race number 1 today at Gulfstream Park. And the 2-horse Ratide with Miguel Angel Vasquez in the saddle. And the Vasquez, man, he's been in the money 46% the last 100 races. You got Emicelo Yaramillo, who's also doing very well, 43% the last 100 races. He's on the 9-horse Solaire, 3-1 morning line on Solaire. You got the 8-horse Holiday Princess with Morrison taking the ride on the 8, 7-2 morning line. And you got Rays with the number 3 horse Ransom Reward, the Joker's Wild Selection, 6-1 morning line on the number 3 Ransom Reward. But if you are going to play this horse today in race number 1, I would recommend the number 9 horse Solaire with Emicel Yaramillo at 43%. The money's pretty good. And what I do is I would take a $20, say you got a $20 budget per race, put 10 to win, 10 to place on the number 9 horse Solaire. So this way, if he comes in first, you get paid twice. He comes in second, you get paid once, which is also nice. And you can get the entire tip sheet today for Gulfstream Park, one of my favorite tracks, right here at atsstats.com for Friday, Triple F Football Friendly Friday, and we'll races 1 to 9 all for free. The tip sheet is a pretty good one here, and you can use it each and every day at atsstats.com. All right, I see Chad Suzuki says, what did he say here? He said, "Slow down, drink, boy." Yeah, I gotta slow down when I talk here. I know I think I gotta go to decaf. Hey, I think drinking 2 cups of coffee in the morning I gotta slow down the caffeine intake before the show. Sometimes I feel like I got a motor mouth going here, right? I feel like I'm doing NASCAR or something. Yeah. All right. So love the horns, says Gloria K. Yeah, I love those horns too. And yeah. I see a lot of ties today in baseball. Ties, hey? There's no more ties in ties. There are a lot of ties in hockey back in the 90s, but there's no ties in baseball. Hey, there's no crying in baseball there, Chad. All right, what do we got on deck right now? The SBI, the Sports Betting Index, and what we do in this segment is we take a look at the what has come in Major League Baseball the last couple of days. And let me see here. There's your problem, decaf. No, I don't drink decaf. Hey, maybe I should though. But looking at the last 7 days in Major League Baseball, you can see that we are now in a neutral market. We're back in the neutral market here when it comes to betting favorites in baseball. The favorites have won 57.1% of their baseball games the last 7 days, 43.1% for the underdog. And when you come to the total, the over-under, 54.7% of the unders have come in the last 7 days in Major League Baseball. And yesterday, only 8 games on the slate, and it was a 5-3 for the favorites, 3-5 to the unders. And again, we are now in a bullish market when it comes to the unders, bearish for the overs, as 60% of the baseball games the last 3 days have gone under the total. And let's see how the college football did last night. And let me see here for week number 2. No, that's right. Every Tuesday is an update, so it won't update until next Tuesday. But that is your SBI, your Sports Betting Index. And this is like my Dow Jones Industrial, because the reason why I do this each and every morning is because, how many times have we wake up and we say, man, the favorites won again. Man, the favorites won again. The next thing you know, you look at the favorites and they're winning like 70% the last 3-4 days, right? And just like the stock market, whatever goes up must come down. And this is why I do this each and every day. So to keep my finger on the pulse and let you guys know exactly what is going on in the markets. All right, speaking of the markets, and I talked about this at the top of the show, A, B, and C-type teams in the REM report. And we're looking at baseball right now, and man, next couple of weeks we'll be very busy, because we'll be talking about A, B, C type teams in the NFL, college football, CFL. Well, CFL is already here, and maybe I should include some CFL here, the A, B, and C type teams for my good friend there in Saskatchewan. The A type teams in Major League Baseball, those are teams with a record of 60% or higher. You can see right now only the Astros and the Mets are your bullish teams right now. The Dodgers, Braves, and Yankees, those are teams are neutral. And in the B club right now, teams with a 50 to 59.9 win percentage. Cleveland and Chicago, the White Sox, are the only two teams that are bearish, and that's too bad because I really like Cleveland today, but now that they're bearish, and this is the beauty about this system. See, I was thinking this morning when I was doing my homework, I said, oh, look at Cleveland against Seattle. Seattle hasn't played anybody. I'm going to like Cleveland, but then boom. And this is what I love about the Raymond Report system. It's like a bear trap, right? That's a perfect name right there. This is your perfect bear trap, and we caught the bear right there in Cleveland. So, all right. Love those horns. Yeah, this is your problem decaf. I can't tell Chad can wait for hockey to start. I play Sports Select. If a team wins 2 or 1 in baseball, it's a tie. Pays good. Oh, okay. Yeah, Sports Select. You know, my buddy was playing that also yesterday. He called me up. He goes, did you see the Sports Select? And I started laughing. I go, Sports Select? Hey, it's like Kramer. I don't even really work here. But I haven't played Sports Select in almost 10 years. Hey, that's our provincial lottery. All right, good morning, everybody. Good morning, Coach. See y'all. There's OG Wheat from the ATL. Good morning, OG. I need a good morning soundbite here, eh? Maybe, let me see here.
Straight cash, homie.
Yeah, straight cash from the ATL is in the house. OG Wheat, and good morning, OG. And yeah, so that's keep doing the roll call. If you're tuning in late, just come on in, poke your head in, kick the tires, stay a while, hey, grab a coffee, or as Jimmy Buffett would say, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. It's 5 o'clock. What was that song? It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Yeah, so just good morning, good afternoon, or good night wherever you are listening to the Raymond Report, and hopefully you guys are having yourself a great start to your Triple F. All right, what do we got on deck here? We have the oh yeah, I said I'd do the CFL, right? Because we do have some Canadian football action tonight, and that this is the Labor Day Classic weekend. And if you follow the CFL, you know this is where it all starts. See, on the Labor Day weekend, this is where the top teams separate from the pretenders to the contenders. And right now, the top teams in the Canadian Football League, it's going to be tough to beat Winnipeg. Winnipeg with Mike O'Shea as the head coach and Zach Claris as the quarterback. That is a nice dynamic duo, and that's maybe the word of the day, the dynamic duo combination, and that's what the workshop's all about here today. So yeah, so the word of the day is dynamic duo, and I'll tell you guys that why in a few minutes. All right, so Winnipeg 10-1 on the year. The BC Lions, even though they got Vernon Adams the other day, he's got to stay healthy. And they lost Nathan Rourke, but they do have Michael O'Connor. Hopefully he's okay. I know he came out last game. But the BC Lions 8-2, and look at that. Every team in the CFL right now is neutral, and there's Saskatchewan at 6-5, also with the Toronto Argonauts. And then you got Montreal, Hamilton, Edmonton, and Ottawa. Those teams are neutral, but they're also C-type teams, and that is your market report for the CFL. All right. Let me see what we got here. Great morning, Coach. Yeah. Oh, somebody took out something. Let me see here. Good morning. Hit the like button, subscribe, tell a friend. Yeah, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and yeah, tell a friend for sure, because more the merrier we have watching the show, the better it is. The more feedback, everything is based around the feedback that we get from the audience. And if we get some good feedback, and I know, sometimes people are right into what we're talking about, and I get passionate about some of the subjects we talk about, and they got no time to type because they're probably, trying to absorb and soak everything in. But yeah, let's get more participation from the audience. All right, so I said the word of the day is dynamic duo, and which leads right into the today's workshop. And if you're tuning in to the Raymond Report for the very first time, this goes with the mission statement of the show, right? Top of the show, I talk about the mission statement, and the mission statement is to help and educate the novice sports bettor and how to avoid beginner's mistake. Now, last week I talked about the Batman and Robin theory, right? And I said, I can't use Batman and Robin because to me that's like a basketball thing that I use when I'm talking about two good players on a team, right? When you look at a good basketball team, there's always a dynamic duo. I call it the Batman-Robin effect. And in football, and being a football coach myself, I know the relationship between the head coach and the starting quarterback is really crucial to the entire football team, because if a head coach doesn't have the pedigree of a winning pedigree, and Bill Parcells says this all the time, You are what your record says you are. And the more I do this show, and I know Malcolm Gladwell says it in his book, The Tipping Point, when you put 10,000 hours into something, and I feel that I feel that energy sometimes when I'm talking about that. It's like I'm always talking about the 10,000 hours, and I'm focused on everything in handicapping, and I'm looking at everything, and I keep repeating the Bill Parcells thing. If you watch the show from the very beginning, you might have heard me say this about 10,000 times already. You are what your record says you are. And I was thinking about this, and I came up with this situation called the winning DNA gene, right? And the more I think about it, and I know it's going to sound a little weird, but when you handicap sports, and when you're doing, like, I'll use basketball for an example. When you're handicapping basketball, where do you find the most important indicator? Is it the free throw, the team's free throw shooting? Is it the 3-point shooting? Is it the steals? You know, what exactly is that magic indicator, which I call the caramel secret? Because when we handicap, we're always trying to find that one indicator that goes, I got you, right? The indicator that says, I got you, and that's what it is, right? And then I said, no, everything boils down to a couple of things. It boils down to the price. Whatever the price is, the price is. If a Tesla stock is $700, it's $700. Yeah, do I want to get it at a penny stock? Sure, I would love to, but it's never going to happen. You get what you pay for, right? And it's the same thing with sports. If you're betting in sports and you're betting pro sports, the top teams are always going to come at a high price. That's just the nature of the beast. But with those teams, it comes a winning percentage. And I was thinking the other day, I think we're all in this world now where everything is online and everything is tracked, and DNA and all that. I said we all have a winning DNA gene. And what's your percentage gene, right? And when I thought about that, I said, when I look at the coaches in the NFL, I said I got to go and get the percentage of every coach and the winning percentage of every quarterback, because you are what your record says you are. And when you go get these coaches, and I talked about this Tuesday about college football and the football programs, it's about the culture that you instill into your program, in your football team, and your practice. Everything you do, there's a percentage to it, because that percentage play shows up on game day, on all the preparation that you do, right? So when I thought of the NFL, and I think of all the coaches, and I said, I'm going to go get all the coaches' winning percentage, then I'm going to go get all the starting quarterbacks' winning percentage, and then I'm going to have that winning DNA gene of those two dynamic duos, right? That's where I came up with the term, the dynamic duo of the head coach and the quarterback. And you can see right here, I incorporated the A, B, and C type combination of those, the quarterback and the head coach. And you can see here, Matt LaFleur and Aaron Rodgers, that's a dynamic duo of 71%. So when you think of Aaron Rodgers and you think of Matt LaFleur, think of 71%. That means every time that they take the field, we take the field, and the Bears are who we thought they were.
Now, if you want to crown them, then crown their ass.
Yeah, so we're going to crown these guys.
But they are who we thought they were. And we let them off the hook.
Yeah, so we're not going to let these two off the hook, because they win 71% of their games when they take the field. Kansas City Chief, Andy Reid, 62 win percentage. Patrick Mahomes, 78. Hey, there's the new Joe Montana right there, right? The new up-and-coming quarterback, the young guy. 70%. John Harbaugh, Lamar Jackson, dynamic duo, 66%. Bill Belichick and Mac Jones. Well, Mac Jones, we're going to have to give him a little time. And this is where, in the system, you're going to have to really tweak it to the the experience of the quarterback, right? We'll see if that stays at 61% after this year. Sean McDermott, Josh Allen, 61%. That's a pretty good dynamic duo. And then you got Mike McCarthy and Dak Prescott at 60%. Those are your top 8 alpha dynamic duos in the NFL. And then when you look at Mike Tomlin, Mitch Trubisky, now if this was Ben Roethlisberger, this would be up in the A club. This would be probably in the 60-70%, because Mike Tomlin, he's won 63% as a head coach, one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, at 59%, right? So when I look at all these coaches right here, think about that when you're handicapping your games this NFL football season. And I'm gonna leave that right here, because I can go on for an hour, but we got like 500 college football games to handicap. But if you go to the website, go to NFL, look for the NFL head coach quarterback one dynamic duo combination, and you're gonna see I also took the head coach with the number 2 quarterback, And there's a big drop off. Look at that. No A-type dynamic duo in the coach and the QB2. I call it QB1 and QB2. And then I got the winningest head coach's record right here. And then the quarterback records, so on and so forth. But I think it's an interesting angle when you're handicapping sports. Think of the dynamic duo angle. And let me know what you think. All right, there you have it. That is today's workshop, courtesy of the Rain Report right here at atsstats.com. All right, that was a, man, I need some water. Hey, I need some water. That was a mouthful to say. Let's get to Major League Baseball, and let's get to today's handicapping of the games. And I'm going to go to my dashboard. And while I'm doing this, don't forget, you can be a member here of atsstats.com. It's only $4.99 for the week. And if you want to sign up today, if you're a member of the Bullpen Club and you want to take advantage of the full access to the website for the entire year, sign up to the Bullpen Club. Use the promo code Bullpen and you'll get 50% off your next membership right here at atsstats.com. All right, let's get to Major League Baseball. Then I'll do CFL and then college football. And there's Tobias. Good morning, Tobias. Hopefully a little late. Hey, better late than never, Tobias. So welcome to the show. And yeah, go check out the replay about today's word of the day, dynamic duo, right? What do you guys think of that dynamic duo segment? Did you guys like that? Do you believe in that little theory? I think it's important because you look at the quarterbacks and head coaches, man, the chemistry's got to be there, right? The chemistry's got to be there. And what a drop off when QB1 is down and QB2 has to come in. Yeah, that's just a little bit. Thanks for saving the pearls for me, Coach. Just a bit late, says Bien Trabajo. Hey, I thought about you last night there, Bien. Bien is a former college Division I player. And did you guys see that game last night between Penn State? Was it? No, it was Penn State and Purdue, and there was a play in I think it was the third quarter where the Purdue quarterback makes a long throw up the sidelines, and I was like, oh my God, this is a kill shot. And the Penn State safety, I think it was Penn State. I want to say it was Penn State, but anyway, he laid off. He could have really knocked him out, but he laid off. And I said, you know what? If this would have been like the 80s, 90s, Lester Hayes and all those guys, or big bad Bob Sanders. Remember Bob Sanders with the Indianapolis one? Best, like John Madden says, probably the best name in football, Bob Sanders, right? But yeah, tackling today in football, not like it was. A lot of missed tackles yesterday. When I watched the game, that's the thing I look for, right, on defense. And, you know, when you look at the way people practice now, teams practice, it's not like it was when it was in the 80s and 90s and early 2000s where it was equipment every day, 4 practices a week. Now it's like touch football when you go see a practice, right? But that's the one thing about football today. The tackling, as a coach, man, drives me nuts when I see the missed tackles. All right, let's get to Major League Baseball. And we'll kick it off with the Blue Jays taking on the Pittsburgh Pirates. Now, the Blue Jays, this is a non-conference game, right? Interconference game. So, the Blue Jays 5-0 to the over on the road this year in interconference play. So, something to remember. The Blue Jays going to send Alex Manoah to the hill against Johan Oviedo. I got the Blue Jays winning this one. Let me see here. Percentage play, 69.2% compared to 21.8% for the Bucks. But keep an eye on Manoah. Manoah's only got 1 win in his last 6 starts. Colorado taking on Cincinnati. You got Kyle Freeland up against Luis Cessa. I got the Rockies winning here, 47.1% compared to 51% for Cincinnati. And I will lean with the Reds in this one at minus 115. You got Oakland taking on the Baltimore Orioles. Now, Oakland taking on a, let me see here. We're C-type teams on the road now, but that's the B-type team. Oakland, let me see here. Neutral, 13 days. They've been playing a lot better. Baltimore, minus 165, sending Dean Kremer to the hill against J.P. Sears, the lefty. I got the O's winning this one, 66.2%. Baltimore coming off an impressive win yesterday, 3-0 against the Guardians. And what's their strength of schedule? That's not too bad, 46.9, so pretty much close to 500. Washington taking on the New York Mets. So here's the thing with the Mets. And it's going to be, you come off an emotional series against the Dodgers, and then you're facing a team with Washington who's, 45 and 86 on the year. How do you keep that going? And just, you can't let up in September, right? And we talked about that at the beginning. The Mets are gonna send David Peterson against Josiah Gray today for the Nationals. Give me the Mets, but I'm not laying, let me see here, what's the line on the game here? Was it 275? Yeah, never. Can't do that. Let me see here. Next game, I got the Texas Rangers taking on the Boston Red Sox. And looking at the starting pitcher, Nick Pivetta against Dallas Keuchel. There's no way I can bet Dallas Keuchel right now. I would have bet Dallas Keuchel a couple of years ago, but right now Dallas is, as my good friend Joe Namath would say,
Struggling.
Yeah, he's struggling big time. All right, let me see here. Get back to my sheet. Just all over the place here. Let me see. Where's that Boston game? Texas and Boston. All right, I got no notes on that. Sometimes I got to refer to my my sheet here because I write some notes and I want to make sure that I get them up because got to give them the pearls, baby. Hey, that's what you guys tune in for the pearls. All right, so Texas on a 5-game losing streak. Boston coming off at you know what? Almost forgot about that. What a beautiful comeback win last night for the Boston Red Sox. They were down by about 5 runs in that game. And it was nice to see if you're a Boston Red Sox fan. And they got the win. 9-8 was the final. And, this is what I mean by when you bet these C-type teams, like an old high school sweetheart, they're going to break your heart. Seattle taking on the Cleveland Guardians. Now, this is going to be a great series because both these teams, well, I know Seattle's, gunning for a wild card spot. Cleveland, I think they're okay in the division. And looking at the starting pitcher for the Guardians, you got Zach Plesac going up against Luis Castillo of the Seattle Mariners. Now he came over from the trade from Cincinnati. He's been okay. He's been pitching okay, but he's not getting the results in the W column, right? I think he's only got 1 win since the trade. 52.6% chance of winning today for the Mariners, who are now on a 4-game win streak. But you know what? I was saying, okay, hold the brake, slack la pedale, like I say in French. Yeah, Seattle's on a 4-game win streak. Let's keep things in perspective here. Their last 4 series, Detroit, Cleveland, Washington, and Oakland. So beating the beatables. And Cleveland, they've been playing some really tough teams like Baltimore off that 3-0 loss. And the last 4 games for the Guardians have gone under the total. It's too bad it's Zach Plesac because had it been Quantrill, that would have been all over the Guardians in this spot. New York taking on the Tampa Bay Rays. Now, this is going to be a great series this weekend. You got Jeffrey Springs going up against Domingo Germán of the Yankees, and the Yankees going to this one as a road underdog. You don't see the Yankees as an underdog a lot this season, maybe a little bit more in August, but Yankees not having a really great run. 3-7 straight up in the month of August against division foes. So Yankees, struggling against those Tampa Bay Rays, who are now on a 3-game win streak. I like the Rays here today. I like the Rays, but I don't like their percentage play. It's only at 45.4%. You got Kansas City taking on Detroit, and looking at this game right here, Kansas City 4-13 last 45 days on the road. Struggling, right? Struggling. Daniel Lynch up against Drew Hutchison for the Tigers. I'm going with Detroit here. I know you got a C-on-C type crime, but 53.1% chance of winning here on Detroit, who are now on a 3-game slide. Miami taking on the Atlanta Braves. Pretty good pitching matchup right here. You got Sandy Alcantara up against the old veteran Charlie Morton of the Atlanta Braves. But when you look at Alcantara, the last opponents, San Diego, LA Dodgers twice, Philadelphia. So he's coming in battle tested here for sure. And his name is up there for the Cy Young in the National League. He's having a great season. Fortunately, he's playing on a bad team right now in Miami, who is 55-75 on the year. And the Marlins 3-7 in their last 10 games. And when you look at Atlanta, Charlie Morton, they're going tonight. They're on a 2-game win streak off a 3-0 loss to Colorado when the Rockies snuck up on them in game 1. But the Atlanta Braves showing you why they are, as Ric Flair would say,
You be the man! You gotta beat the man!
Yeah, you gotta beat the man. And right now, the ATL is the man, and that is the Atlanta Braves. All right, let me take a little break here and say good morning to some of the new people tuning in right now. And let me see what you guys are saying. So Chad is Cleveland and Washington at +1.5. You know what? If you've been following my selections this year in the members area, I've been betting a lot of run line plus money. Last night I had the Mets at +1.5. I called the Geico Insurance. And anytime I bet the here's for you, tongue tied. Yeah, that's for tongue-tied right there. Hey, if you ask for a soundbite, I'll give it to you. But yeah, I've been betting a lot of the run line this year, and it's been paying off. But I only bet the run line on good teams, right? I'm not on C-type teams. All right, Minnesota taking on the White Sox. Now, the White Sox going to send Davis Martin to the hill against Sonny Gray. Sonny. All right, Sonny Gray of the, let me see, the Minnesota Twins. I thought I had a line here, a little note on Sonny. Sonny Gray, 1 win in the last 5 starts. So, Sonny, hey, Sonny's not doing too good the last 5 starts. 47.7% chance of winning today for the Twins, 48.2% for the White Sox. But I'm going to go with Sonny Gray here. And looking at Chicago, bearish 10. That's the only reason why I'm taking Minnesota is because the Chicago White Sox right here, they've been bearish for 10 days now, while Minnesota, not a great road record, not a really a good road record. But yeah, I just can't pull the trigger on the White Sox right now. Chicago, the Cubbies, hey, the Cubbies are playing good. You got to tip your hat. They're not mailing it in. And the Cardinals, well, good luck trying to beat the Cardinals at home. 13-2 last 45 days at Busch Stadium. Jordan Montgomery going up against Adrian Sampson today of the Cubs, and you got a 72% chance of winning on the Cardinals. Give me St. Louis in this one. Houston against the Halos. You got Lance McCullers Jr. up against Reed Detmers of the LA Angels. Minus 150 is the price. I had 160 as the line, so fair market value if you do like the Stros here today, who are now on a 3-game win streak and a 51.2% chance of winning. Milwaukee, the Brew Crew, taking on the Arizona Diamondbacks. You got Zach Davies up against the lefty Eric Lauer. Looking at the Milwaukee Brewers, last 3 games have gone under the total, but Arizona's 7-3 in the last 10, 8-2 to the over. They're bullish now. Arizona's been bullish 4 days. I'm taking the D-backs in this one. Sometimes you just got to ride the storm out, and I'm going to ride this with the Arizona Diamondbacks. San Diego against LA. Now, the Dodgers have been on the East Coast, so they took a red eye overnight, and man, they might have a little spaghetti legs going there today on the the body clock time. But you know what? Still the Dodgers, right? The mighty Dodger Blue, who are now on a 2-game losing streak. But keep in mind, it was against the New York Mets, and they're sending Dustin May. He's only had 2 starts since he's been back. And, I was looking at his innings, not too bad, up against Yu Darvish and the Padres, who are now on a 3-game win streak. And don't look now, San Diego is bullish 2 days, so maybe they got their act together. But I'm going to go with the Dodgers in this one. They're tough to beat at home. In fact, the LA Dodgers at home this year, 45-16. Wow. That's...
Show me the money!
Yeah, show me the money. That's pretty good right there. And the last game on the board, you got the Phillies taking on the Giants. You got, let me see here, Alex Cobb up against Kyle Gibson. Gibson's pretty good. Gibson's been pretty good the month of August. I looked at his record this morning, and the Phillies scoring 18 runs last game. 18-2 was the final against the D-backs. And I'll back up the Phillies here today against San Francisco. And as Steve Austin would say,
And that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so.
Yeah, Stone Cold said so, and that is my baseball selections for a Triple F Football Friendly Friday, September 2nd, and hopefully you guys are enjoying the show. If you do enjoy the show, hit that like button. Let's get to 20 likes before the show ends. That'll make me go in the weekend feeling good that they like me. They really, really like me. Hey, they like the show. Let's keep hitting those likes. And if you're tuning in for the first time, my name is Ron Raymond. I'm a handicapper who's been in the industry since 1996. If you go look at some of the sites that I first started, I was thinking about that. Some of the sites that I first started when I got into the business, hockeypicks.com. I used to have a site called top100hits.com, and it was a site of all the online sports books and casinos. Phoenix Sports was my first one. That was my number one baby, the PST. But yeah, this is not my first barbecue, and hopefully you guys enjoying the show so far. All right, we'll go to the CFL, and then we'll finish it off with a Triple F, a friendly football Friday in the college ranks. And we'll kick it off in Montreal tonight at Percy Molson Memorial Stadium, where the McGill, it used to be the McGill Redmen. I forget what they call their team now, but McGill is the home stadium where the Alouettes play. Alouettes a 5.5-point favorite. 49 is the total, and Montreal, we have them winning tonight, 27-21, and a 61.5% chance of winning. And I do like Montreal tonight. I would play the money line on the Alouettes. I would not touch. The rules, right? I won't lay points. So Gloria, if you're gonna play this, play Montreal on the money line. The one thing with the Ottawa Red Blacks, the no consistency in this football team. You know, they are the high school sweetheart. It's going to break your heart. And yeah, no consistency in the Red Blacks. Give me Montreal money line. Winnipeg taking on the Saskatchewan Roughriders. Now Winnipeg coming off a big win, 31-29 against the Calgary Stampeders. Calgary got a little bit of a quarterback dilemma going right now. Bo Levi Mitchell, which I consider one of the top 10 CFL quarterbacks of all time. I put him up there. He's not in the first 5, but you know, close to the last 10. You know, now you got Jake Maier. It's his show, and Jake Maier he's solid. He is a solid quarterback, but you got Winnipeg, 2-time defending champion, and all they do is win football games, right? All they do is win football games, and that defense is pretty solid. Saskatchewan, okay, they got the win last week against a BC team who's trying to find an identity now with the new quarterback, but a win's a win. You got the win on the road, but going into this one, you're facing the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. I'm going to go Winnipeg, and I think the next game is the Banjo Bowl, so it's a back-to-back situation here. You're going to see a lot of these teams play back-to-back this week and next week, but give me Winnipeg 28-18. I'm giving them a 78.9% chance of winning. You got the Argos taking on the Hamilton Tiger Cats. This is a Labor Day Classic at Tim Hortons Field. This is always a good one. And I got a couple of players who I've coached that played in this series, and I can't wait to see them in the offseason and say, hey, you know, how was the rivalry of the QEW, right? The Tiger Cats and the Argos. And yeah, if you ever see Toronto, there's the player number 19, Curly Giddens Jr. He was one of our players when I coached him in Cumberland, and this kid is amazing. And you know, I'm not even surprised of what he's doing right now, because his DNA of winning is off the charts. So yeah, really looking forward to this game. And then you got the Hamilton Tiger Cats, -1 point favorite, 27-22 as I have here as the final, and 56.8% chance of winning on the Tiger Cats. But I'm gonna have to go with the Argos in this one. I don't think Hamilton, with the quarterback situation now, Matthew Schultz will be out. You got Dane Evans, very inconsistent. You know, when Evans is in and he's not doing well, they pulled him. They brought in Schultz, but they won't have that luxury anymore. The one thing with Hamilton, though, they do have that defense, so you just never know. Sometimes, hey, defense wins championship, but you need to score some points, right? As the old saying goes, you score to win, but you throw to score, you run to win, and defense wins championships. I got that at a coach's clinic once, right? I was at a coach's clinic, and there was an old school coach up there, and he said, you know, you throw to score, you run to win, but defense wins championships. And that always stuck with me right there. All right, so in the second game in the Classic, the Labor Day Classic, you got the Calgary Stampeders taking on the Edmonton Elks. Calgary, a 12.5 point favorite. The over-under is set here at 49.5. And Calgary, a 72.2% chance of winning. They're coming off that 2-point loss to the Bombers last week. While Edmonton, wow, you know, they beat Ottawa the week before in Ottawa. And then the Red Blacks go to Edmonton. And then Edmonton just stunk up the joint, right? 25-18. And the one thing with Chris Jones, you got to give him credit. He's always trying to improve that team. You look at that lineup every week. There's new players in there. So, yeah, eventually they're going to have to stick to a lineup and maybe try to build off that. But I do like Calgary in this one, but I'm not laying 12.5, and the money line will be too much. So I won't be touching that. All right, there we go. That is the CFL report. Just the pearls, baby. No way Montreal to win. Yep, I picked Winnipeg too, as I cried picking the ticket, says Chad Suzuka. And yeah, so all right, let's get to your college football. And we did have a couple winners last night. And if you followed the Discord, you know I gave a 17 parlay, beer and pizza money only. You know, when I do parlays, it's just you know, it's just parlay time, right? Just fun time. And I just do it for shirts and giggles. And I gave out a 17 parlay. And if you want to go check it out, just go to the Discord and you will see what I gave out. And now we do have some Friday night games, but I did a video a couple days ago. So if you want to see the predictions that I did on the Friday night games for today, go to our YouTube channel, go to Free College Football Picks, go to September 2nd, and you will get those selections. And this way it saves me from going over again, right? All right, so what I'm going to do in this segment right here is I'm going to give you the college football lines, and I'll give you the score of what the computer score here at the Rain Report, and then I'll give you the winning percentage of the team that we have winning, and that's a big part of the Rain Report, right? When you look at the Rain Report, always remember about the golden rules, the 5 fundamentals, right? Value, percentage play, performance cycles. So what I'm going to do right here is play number 2 in the Rain Report, the percentage play, and then you can see from the line and the computer pick, and then you can make your observation. And I do have 2 picks going today. I got 1 in the members area, and I got 1 in the premium pick section. And if you want those selections, you can get them with your membership right here at atsstats.com. All right, it is a football friendly.
Straight cash, homie.
Yeah, as Randy Moss would say.
Straight cash, homie.
Let's get that straight cash right now. Maryland taking on the Buffalo Bulls. The Terrapins, a minus 23.5 point home favorite. The over-under at 65. And we are going to lean with Maryland in this one with a 93.5% chance of winning. NC State taking on the East Carolina Pirates. The Wolfpack, 11.5 point road favorite. The over-under is at 51.5, and we got this total landing on 56.4. So we do like it to go over the total. I'm going to lean with the Wolfpack in this one at an 84.4% chance of winning. You got the Rutgers Scarlet Knights taking on the Boston College Eagles, and we do have Boston College as a 7.5 point favorite. The over-under is 47.5, and I'm going to lean with the Eagles in this one. 72.9% chance of winning, and we got the total landing over the total at 48.4%. You got the South Dakota Jackrabbits taking on Iowa, the Hawkeys. Hey, what about Charlie Jones last night, right? Man, Iowa's going to miss that guy. This kid is special. Charlie Jones of Purdue. I'm saying it now. He's probably going to win the receiver of the year. This guy is just unbelievable. 20.5 is the line, and 44.5 is the total. And we do have the Hawkeyes winning 31-14. The percentage play at 87.7% favoring the Hawkeyes. Michigan taking on the Colorado State Rams. We got the Wolverines as a 30-point home favorite. 61.5 is the total, and we do have Michigan winning 95.1%. And we do have this total. Look at this, 61.7. Look at the total, 61.5. So a hair over the total at the Big House. North Carolina taking Appalachian State, and you can see right here, the Mountaineers a 1 point favorite. The over-under is set at 56.5, and we are going to go with App State right here. Look at that, 27.27, 27.2, and the chance of winning, this is the tiebreaker, at 52.1%, and Appalachian State, really good football team. Texas A&M taking on Sam Houston. We got the Aggies winning this one 38-11, 96.4% chance of winning. Arkansas taking on the Bearcats. Cincinnati, a 6.5 point road underdog. The over-under at 53. We're going to go with the Razorbacks in this one 27-23, and we do have the over-under landing on 51.6, so we do like it to go under the total. 61.8% chance of winning for Arkansas. Houston taking on the Roadrunners. UTSA, the San Antonio. You know what? This football team, I know they don't get a lot of ESPN and love and all that, but they've been a good Bettors best friend the last couple of years. -4 is the record for Dana Holgerson and the Cougars, and Holgerson off a great year last year. -4 is the line, 62 is the total, and we're going to go Houston in this one. 33-26 on the computer pick, 59.8% chance. 59.8 is the total, so we do like it to go under the total, and 63.3% chance of winning on the Cougars. Bowling Green taking on UCLA. The Bruins a 23.5 point favorite. The over-under at 56.5. We do like UCLA 39-16 with a 95.7% chance of winning. We got Marshall 49, Norfolk 6 with a 100% chance of winning. Total landing on 55.9. Wyoming off that loss last week. That was an embarrassing loss. That wasn't there's good losses and bad losses. That was a bad loss for the Cowboys, but they are home this weekend as a 6.5 point home underdog against the Tulsa Golden Hurricanes, and we're going to lean with the Tulsa, but only by 4. 25-21, the over-under to land on 47.1. Maybe Wyoming gets the cover here this weekend, but we're going to give a 60.5% chance of winning here on Tulsa. Arizona taking on San Diego State. The Brady Hoke and the Aztecs, a 6-point favorite. The over-under is set here at 46.5. We're going to lean with San Diego State in this one. 25-20, the over-under landing on 46. I do have the Aztecs winning at 66.8%. We like the Sooners over the UTEP. 40-16 with a 91.07% chance of winning for the Sooners. Oregon taking on Georgia Bulldogs. We do like the Bulldogs in this one, 33-17, and we have the over-under landing on 51.2, so we do like it to go under the total. 81.4% chance of winning here for the Bulldogs against only 17.2 for the Ducks. Troy taking on Ole Miss, Lane Kiffin and the Rebels, a 22-point home favorite. The over-under at 57.5. We're going to go with the Rebels in this one, 42-16. The over-under at 59. 97.8% chance of winning for the Rebels. BYU taking on South Florida. The Cougars, an 11.5-point road favorite. The over-under at 57.5. We're going to go with the Cougars in this one. 35-21. The over-under at 57.6. We got Cal over UC Davis. 31-12 with a 93.1% chance of winning. South Alabama over Nichols. 31-21. We got the Wolfpack, Nevada, as a 1-point home underdog. We got them winning by 1, 26-25 against Texas State. 52.08 is the total, so we do like it to go over the total, and a 56.6% chance of winning on Nevada. Georgia Southern, 45, Morgan State, 9. We also have Ohio taking on the Owls, Florida Atlantic. The Owls, a 4.5-point road favorite. The over-under at 49.5. We're going to go with Florida Atlantic here. 27-20. The over-under at 48.6. 78.3% chance of winning compared to 37.1 for the Bobcats. James Madison, 31. Middle Tennessee, 26. The over-under to land on 58.7. We got Kentucky with Stoops, Mark Stoops at head coach as a 15.5-point home favorite. The over-under at 53.5. We're going to go with the Wildcats in this one. 33-17. The over-under at 51.2. We got Tulane over UMass, 40-16 with a 91% chance of winning. Southern Miss taking on Liberty Flames, U-Freeze, and the Flames, a 3.5-point road favorite. The over-under at 48.5. We're going to go with Liberty as a, let me see here, 61.6% chance of winning, and we got them winning by 5, 27-21. The Gators with Mark Napier, the former coach of the Ragin' Cajun, with that high degree pedigree of a coach, and we'll see what he does in the swamp as a 3-point home dog. The Utes, did you say Utes? Yep, we said Utes. They are a minus 3-point road favorite. The over-under at 51.5. We were going to go with Utah on this one by 1, 26-25. The over-under at 52.2. So we do like it to go over the total, and a 54.7% chance of winning for Utah. We got Army taking on the Coastal Carolina. Well, we got a close one here. Coastal Carolina, a 1.5-point favorite. The over-under at 53.5. And we do have the Chanticleers winning by 1, 26.7 to 26.5. But I do like Army in this one. I do like the Army Black Knights. So give me Army plus the points. Not a lot of points, but we'll take it. Ohio State taking on Notre Dame. And life after Kelly. We'll see what happens after Brian Kelly is now at LSU. The Buckeyes, a 16.5-point favorite. The over-under at 59.5. And Ross Benjamin talked about that yesterday, right? He said when you get a good program like this, taking on I think he said, another top 25 team opponent in week 1, never have you seen a 17.5-point favorite, right? It was 17.5, now it's 16.5. And we do have the Buckeyes winning 36-20. So we got them winning by 16, but not covering the spread. 57.7, so we do like it to go under the total. And we got the Buckeyes winning at 87%. Alabama taking on the Utah State Aggies. We've got the Crimson Tide winning 37-24, the over-under at 62.1. Hey, we got the Pirate, Mike Leach, taking on the Memphis Tigers. We got the Air Raid Mississippi State winning 36-20, the over-under at 57.7. 87% chance of winning for Mississippi State. We got SMU taking on North Texas. We got the Mustangs 37, Mean Green 24, the over-under at 62.5. The Gamecocks over Georgia State 34-21, the over-under landing on 55.6. And we got Syracuse 26, Louisville 32. So we got the Cardinals winning here by 6. They're a 4.5-point favorite. We're giving them a 63.2% chance of winning. Total landing on 58.1. Got the Longhorns taking on UL Monroe. We have the Longhorns winning 49-15. We got Washington beating Kent State 42-16. The over-under at 59.4. Oregon State taking on Boise State. We got the Broncos in a close one. No, we got Oregon State winning here, but very close. 27.27 to 27.22, and the over-under at 54.4. A 52.1% chance of winning for the Beavers. And we got Hawaii here. Let me see. We got Western Kentucky winning 41-31 against the Warriors. And last two, you got LSU taking on the Seminoles. We got Brian Kelly and the Tigers as a 3-point favorite in the Mercedes, where the Atlanta Falcons played, Mercedes-Benz Dome. So this is a neutral site game. 49.5 is the total, and we do have the Florida State Seminoles pulling the upset, 24-23. The over-under landing on 48.1, so we do like it to go under the total, and 54.6% chance of winning for the Seminoles compared to 43.1 for LSU. And the final game of week one, finally, I am losing my voice here. Clemson minus 23-point favorite. The over-under here is set at 50.5, and we have the Tigers winning 35-16. The over-under landing on 52. 90.9% chance of winning here for the Clemson Tigers, who are going to send DJ Uyunglele for the Tigers. I don't want to say that 10 times, but we'll see what Clemson does here. Hey, they're off an off season for Dabo Swinney, who's not used to being in the big show, right? Clemson, they've been getting used to going to the prom there the last couple of years, so we'll see what they got in store for us today. All right, there you have it. Hopefully you guys are still with us, and hopefully I didn't put you to sleep with all those college football games. But you know what? College football week one. I know a lot of people want to get an idea of what the computer picks are leaning towards, the percentage play, and hopefully I was able to help you with that. All right, let's get to Major League Baseball.
We're talking about practice. Not a game. We talking about practice. Practice, man. I mean, how silly is that?
Yeah, not silly at all. And we're talking about the 80% Club fun facts right here at atsstats.com. And kick it off with a nice one right here. The LA Dodgers 19-1 as a home team versus division opponents this season. The Minnesota Twins also, wow, look at this, 18-1 as a minus 120, 140 road favorite, coming off 2 overs since 1996. Houston Astros 29-2 as a 140, 160 road favorite, coming off an American League West division opponent the last 5 years. Cardinals 12-1 as a home team, coming off a 3-game road trip the last 5 seasons. And let's leave it off with a mic drop right here. The Yankees 10-1 to the under as a pick'em to 120 road underdog, coming off a game where they allowed 3 runs against the last 7 years. And those are your 80% Club fun facts for a Triple F Friendly Football Friday.
We talking about practice. Not a game. We talking about practice. Practice, man. I mean, how silly is that?
Yeah, not silly at all, because we are into week one of college football, Major League Baseball. You know what? This is a great time of year for baseball because all these teams chasing the wild card spot. It's like playoffs right now, right? A lot of these teams were out of the playoffs, trying to get into the playoffs. Let's be honest. Some of these teams are in the playoffs right now, and it's a great time of year. All right, that is a wrap. Let me see. Dwyer says Penn State over. Let me see here. What did he say? Penn State over. Thanks, Ron. Too many pearls, don't know which one to pick, says John X. Michigan State, good luck to all, says Chad Suzuka. Why was Illinois an underdog? The line has dropped. I'm buying Illinois sometimes. So yeah, it's just a feed thing there, plant-based. Just got ATS stats right now, and I'm just a little lost. Yeah. Hey, welcome to the show. Anybody who gets a membership and they just don't know where to start, this is your best bet. Go to tools, go to ATS Tutorials, and in the tutorial, scroll down to the bottom, you'll see a video. And if you go in the pull-down menu, there's a little tutorial on some of the features of the website. I think it's a good starting point. But if you go to your dashboard, this is the best, to me, the tools that I really use a lot. The rain report, the computer picks. Also, I'll go to the 8% Club. But the VPP, the value and percentage play. So if I go here, daily VPP, let's say I go to Major League Baseball, and then from there, I go to matchups. I'll print this off, and this is my snapshot of handicapping right there, right? Remember, I always talking about indicators. I need that first domino to fall. This is my first domino. This is where I go get most of the indicators. And again, if you're listening to the Rain Report and you're trying to learn the system, watch the show every day, and you'll learn more about the system. you'll learn more about the 5 fundamentals. And once you get the 5 fundamentals down, you're going to see that, you know, I call it a nice Picasso, right? It's like trying to paint that perfect picture, get that perfect pick, but always remember, less is more. All right, that's a wrap. That is a football friendly Friday. I'm gonna have to rethink that college football segment. That's a long-winded segment. Hey, I'm pretty sure I put a lot of people to sleep during that segment. But again, this is the beauty about doing this show, is you get to evaluate after and get some feedback, and maybe do a video. Yeah, that's what I think I'll do next time. Do a video ahead of time, put it on the server, then you guys can get it, and then I won't make you guys fall asleep. All right, have yourself a great rest of your weekend. Don't forget, get a membership right here today at atsstats.com. It's only $4.99 for the week, $99 for the year, and if you use promo code bullpen, you get 50% off if you're a member of the bullpen right here at atsstats.com. All right, you know what time it is. Harry Carey, let's get out of here.
Hello again, everybody. Harry Carey from Wrigley Field on a beautiful day for baseball. To be the man, you gotta beat the man.
Joe, own the Chiefs.
Owns.
I don't know.
Struggling. Can we have fun? You're damn right. I demand that we have fun.
Put that coffee down. Coffee's for closers only.
Great cash, homie.
Holy cow!
It's a dog-eat-dog world, Sammy, and I'm wearing milk-bone underwear.
What the hell's going on out here? Woo! If you smell what the Rock is cooking.
That's the bottom line, cause Stone Cold said so.
Let's go to eat a goddamn snack.
Now, if you want to crown them, then crown their ass. But they are who we thought they were, and we let them off the hook.